Okay, let's take a look at one more aspect of attention. We're going to call this covert attention. So here we have our brain, we have our attention systems here. And remember, the attention systems act like sort of internal pointers, giving privileged processing to some items in our perception at the expense of others. And here we have our working memory system. All right. Now, here's our eyes, and let's say we're at the park and we're watching a dog as it approaches us in the park. But simultaneously, then a friend of ours comes up, right? And so we might shift our eye gaze towards our friend because our friend starts to talk to us. And so we're going to be listening to what they are saying. So that's a gaze shift. And now, normally, to somebody watching my eyes shifting here, they would say, "Well, I'm paying attention to the person and what they're saying, right?" So the eyes usually are an indication of what somebody's paying attention to. But in this case, because the dog was potentially threatening to me, see, what my attention system is going to do is maintain attention on the dog, right? Even though I shifted my eye gaze towards the person. And this would be called covert attention, because overtly it looks like I'm paying attention to the person. My eye gaze is towards the person. But covertly, my attention systems are processing the dog. So they're enhancing the processing of the dog. Now, as a consequence, because my attention systems are favoring the dog, the processing of the person, my friend, and what they're saying is not as well processed as if it were the subject of attention, right? And so we have the phenomenon where we can be looking right at somebody and appear to be listening to them, but we're really paying attention to the dog. So in our working memory, we have, yes, we're looking at our friend, but the dog is commanding our attentional resources, and so we're not well processing what our friend is saying. But of course, if that dog makes a move, even though we were looking at our friend, if the dog makes some kind of threatening move because of the attentional processing, the biasing of that stream of information, we're going to have a quick response to the dog. So this is called covert attention, as opposed to overt shift in eye gaze. Covertly, we remain, our attention systems give preferential processing to the dog.